The Biden campaign, DNC, and mainstream media are lying to you again. Lying to get you to believe that the Hunter Biden laptop and hard drive story is Russian disinformation. I'm here to tell you that that's an absolute lie, and everybody who spews it knows it's a lie. The mainstream media has been covering up the story since at least March 2018 and likely years before that. How do I know? I know because Peter Schweizer's book called Secret Empires was released on March 20th, 2018. And in it, he talks about the kind of activity that we're hearing about today. 2018, think about that. In it, in Secret Empires, Schweizer laid out the Biden crime family's corruption by proxy. It's an important term. What Schweitzer means by corruption by proxy is that Joe Biden enriched himself through payments for his criminal activity made to his family members. Now, this is a really important concept to understand because in the federal government, only the politician and their spouse are required to issue financial disclosure statements, not their kids, not their siblings, not their friends, not their extended family, only the politician and their spouse. Joe Biden used his family as conduits for payments for his influence peddling, for what we now know are quid pro quos, and Schweitzer cleanly and crisply laid it all out back in 2018. Joe Biden hid his corruption by having payments for his influence go to his son, Hunter, and other family members. The mainstream media buried these stories. They buried all of them many, many times. And as if that wasn't bad enough, Schweitzer released another book, January of this year, January 21st, called Profiles in Corruption. I've summarized some of the chapters in Profiles in Corruption on Twitter in threads going back to February of this year. In Profiles in Corruption, Schweitzer profiles on a chapter-by-chapter basis the corruption of numerous politicians. He also recaps and updates the 2018 information he had about the Biden crime family. So he's got a chapter in Profiles in Corruption on them. He's also got chapters on Elizabeth Warren, Kamala Harris, Bernie Sanders, Amy Klobuchar, Cory Booker, and a bunch of other federal office holders. I'll include summaries of some of them as well, but the Biden thread is the one that you really need to take a look at. While those folks are not as corrupt as Biden, let me tell you, they're just as despicable human beings as him. Here's the unique thing about Schweitzer's work. Almost all of it can be verified by doing simple Google searches. Virtually everything he writes about has some kind of source information and validation out in the public domain on credible TV and cable news, newspaper, magazine, blog, and other kinds of websites. In my threads, which I'll include below, I've done some of the fact-checking, the verification, the validation, just to show you how easy it is to validate what Schweitzer's written about. I strongly urge you to read my threads, buy and read Schweitzer's books, and pass this information along to everybody and anybody you know. The Hunter Biden laptop story is true. It's not Russian disinformation. It's not fabricated opposition research. It's investigative reporting on a massive crime syndicate we all know as the Biden crime family. And the mainstream media is complicit in lying about it, burying it, and covering it up.